Well, hello there, everybody. I'm downstairs in my basement because I don't like the way my recordings sound in my office/music room. Ever since I tore it apart in preparation for the move, a bunch of stuff is out of there. There's nothing on the walls, so you get a little bit of an echo in there. So I'm going to try and record other rooms until after we move. So this is going to be what I bought in the month of July, but this does not include stuff I picked up in Buffalo at the MGK Bash, and also VCLT that I received. So let's get going here. Do the books first. Big shout out to Gav Max. He turned me on to this series of books, God, probably about a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago. This is the latest one, Bowie Odyssey 76. So I have all of them that have come out so far, 70 through 76. These are fantastic books. I think this is going to focus on the year 1976. I'm not sure. Thank you, Gab. And then up next, On Track. I love these little books. Every album, every song. I have part 1, and this is part 2. This is Rush 1984 to 2015. So this is what? Grace Under Pressure up through Clockwork Angels, or some say Clockwork Oranges. All right, moving on. Let's get to some CDs here. Oh, big shout out for a new channel. Now, he used to have a channel, but he stepped away for, I don't know, probably a year and a half, 2 years. And it's Dermot, and his new channel is the Prog Aficionado. And he talked about this album in his maybe most recent video or the one before. Can't remember for sure. It's an album I had seen and heard about for years. Well, pretty much 50 years now at this point. Came out in 1977. That's Anthony Phillips, The Geese and Ghosts. This is the mini box set here. You get 3 discs. And you get the stereo remaster. And the disc 2 is bonus tracks. And then disc 3 is the DVD audio with 5.1 surround sound mix. If you like Genesis, you're going to like this. Phil Collins is also on it. He sings on 2 of the songs. So can't go wrong with this, and you can't go wrong with Dermot over at the Prog Aficionado. He may know more about Prog than anybody in the biz. I will leave a link to his channel. And please go over and give him a sub, because he's only at like 50-some subs, and he should have way more than me, that I could tell you. Sticking in the Prog realm, my buddy Pat over at Close to the Edge in Ireland, he was talking about this band the other day, and I was like, you know what, I used to have a couple of their CDs. They weren't official releases. They were actually burnt copies that a friend of mine did, and I don't know what happened to them. And they were kind of a band I forgot about too. So I decided to order a couple of them, and I am going to try to complete their discography. That's right, I'm an idiot. So that is Osric Tentacles, and this is the album Arborescence, and that is a fantastic album. And then we have Become the Other. And what's happening here is I think all of these are getting remixed, remastered by... what's his name? Ed. I can't remember his goddamn name. But anyway, he's the leader of the band. Oh, Ed Wynn. That's Wynnne. And so, going to take care of that. Moving on then to the latest Rolling Stones, Foreign Tongues. You know what? I don't think it's anywhere near as good as Hackney Diamonds. It's all right. That's what I'll say about it. So... Okay, and then sticking with your Rolling Stones theme, I saw an article, and it was ranking the Rolling Stones live albums. And I believe they had like 36 or 38 of them, so that made me count up which ones I had, and I think I had 26. So I decided I'm a man on a mission, and I am going to complete my collection of Rolling Stones live. I can remember not long ago, maybe last year, saying... I'm done with buying Rolling Stones live stuff. How many versions of Jumping Jack Flash and Brown Sugar do I need? Well, apparently I need a lot more than I realized. Oh, first one I grabbed was Rolling Stones Flashpoint. Gary over at Your Physical Format. I believe he said he loves the version of Ruby Tuesday on here. That's the first one I got. Then, oh, speaking of Gary, and also, he got this as VCLT on vinyl from Vinyl Sean while we were at the MGK Bash in Buffalo. This is the Rolling Stones on Air, and this is 2 discs. And this is a BBC recording, and this is all pretty much early stuff. Then we've got Rolling Stones Still Life. Okay. Then we have the Rolling Stones Bridges to Bremen. And this you get 2 CDs and a Blu-ray. And then we have, this one was ranked pretty high. This is Got Live If You Want It, the Rolling Stones. And this has Under My Thumb, Get Off My Cloud, Lady Jane, Last Time, 19th Nervous Breakdown, Have You Seen Your Mother, Baby? Good stuff. And then, God, this album's been around forever. I have never had a copy of it in any format. And everybody knows it. The Rolling Stones, Rock and Roll Circus. And it's not just only the Rolling Stones. You get what? Jethro Tull, The Who, Marianne Faithfull. You get John and Yoko. And it's just all right. But you know what? I had to have it because it made the list. I don't know if it should qualify as a live Rolling Stones album. And speaking of live albums, I picked up this. And I am disappointed in the sound. I don't know if it sounds any better on vinyl. But that is Yes at Roosevelt Stadium, Jersey City, June 17th, which is the day I was born. But not in 1976 when this was recorded. I was born in 1956. You get 2 discs here for the first time ever, the complete concert. A historic performance from the summer of 76. I saw them on this tour. And I saw them at Sportsman's Park. Or is it Hawthorne Park? Whatever. Yeah, I think it was Hawthorne Park. In South suburban Chicago. But it was a great concert because it was, yes, Peter Frampton, the summer of Peter Frampton, 1976. Leonard Skinner, Gary Wright, he's the Dreamweaver, and a band called Natural Gas, which was like Jerry Shirley from Humble Pie, Joey Mallon from Badfinger, a couple other guys, can't remember who else. So, not great sound. I'm kind of disappointed. No knock on the performance, but then here, now I have all these box sets that they put out here for Thin Lizzy, these reissues, and this one is just the debut album. You know, I have a couple of them where they paired them up. They did Jailbreak and Johnny the Fox, fantastic box set. And then I have Nightlife and Fighting, fantastic box set. And then I have the big live box set they did for Live and Dangerous. That's got like 7 or 8 CDs on it. And this is, like I said, the debut. Now the first 3 Thin Lizzy albums, that's not Your Boys Are Back in Town, Thin Lizzy. They're a 3-piece band on those albums. And I have to say, after getting this, I like this album a lot more than I realized. Okay, so you get your 3 CDs here. You get CD 1, which is the 2026 remaster, and then you also get the Richard Whittaker stereo mix. So you get the album twice on the first CDs. CD 2, you get a couple of singles, The Farmer and I Need You, and you also get the New Day EP, and then you get the Richard Whittaker stereo remix of that New Day EP, and then you also get the Stuart Henry Sounds of the 70s sessions on there too. Oh, and you also get the John Peel session from 1971. So, and then CD 3 is some outtakes and what else here? Alternate vocals, but you also get the Blu-ray with the Atmos 5.1 stereo remix, and you get a nice little book in here too. Love my Thin Lizzy. Would I lie to you? I would lie not. Get it? All right then. Once again, Pat over at Close to the Edge. He recommended this album, The Book of Invasions, a Celtic Symphony by the band Horselips. I do like the album. Just the first song I don't need. It's a very kind of traditional Irish tune. But other than that, I do like the album quite a bit. Thank you, Pat. And then the big one. I did a complete review on this album. This is the box set for Splat by Deep Purple. And you know what? I do have an issue with this I did not mention on my review. And Mike over at PC31, your vinyl policeman, he would have a bone to pick with this too. Because you know what they did? Nowhere on the spine is there any text. I hate when that happens. Mike hates when that happens. Come on, people, let's get it together. So in case you didn't see the review, I'll let you know what you get here, okay? So you get your CD, okay? Love the artwork on this. It's fantastic artwork. Get that. They get Guinness, which they put on a 45, backed up by No Need to Shout, live in Berlin from 2022. Once again, a little different artwork, but you can tell it's the same studio. I wish they just had made that a bonus track on the CD. It's not on the CD, so if I want to listen to it, I have to play it on 45. Right, then speaking of, then they do these 3 10-inchers, that's 30 inches. Pretty much all live stuff. And why they just didn't put this on one LP in one jacket, I don't get it. To me, it's a waste. Then you get your proper album. And like I said, they did it with the CD too. You will never have any problem finding that in your collection. Same thing with the spine there, okay? That yellow just pops out at you, as does all the artwork on this. I mean, really fantastic job. Here's your hype sticker. Can't forget the hype sticker. Everybody loves a hype sticker. You get a little booklet with lyrics in it, which I like to have. And then you get your credits here. I don't know if you want to see it. I think it's just essentially just black vinyl. You know, they give you purple. Yeah, because they're called Deep Purple. They're not called bright yellow. No, but you get a bright yellow label there. So there you go. That takes care of July of 19. Whoa, what are we doing here? This is 2026. Get it together, Steve. All right. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next month. Goodbye.